Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today in this we are going to solve the LeetCode daily challenge, and the problem comes by the name remove colored pieces if both the neighbors have the same color. The problem states that like we will be given a color string and it will consist of either A or B. Like the colors are denoted by A or B. The color A will be removed by Alice and the color B will be removed by Bob, right? So, and it says that Alice and Bob are playing the game where they can take alternate turns removing the pieces from the line. In this game, Alice moves the first. Okay. And Alice is the only allowed to remove a piece colored A if both of its neighbors are colored A, and she is not allowed to remove the pieces that are colored B. And like the Bob will remove the colored B, he is not allowed to remove the pieces of colored A. Okay, fine. And we are told that Alice and Bob cannot start from the pieces from the edge. Okay, so what we can do is like we will uh, we will neglect the first and the last piece. We'll just check like Alice can remove the color A if its neighbors. The neighbor means like for the index, let's say 1. Right, for the index, let's say 1 of colors string, this A can be removed since like the neighbors, like the neighbors of 1 is 0 and 2, both are A. So we can remove the color which is present in the index 1. Right, in this way we have to do this problem. You can see that there is another example given that colors is A, and here Alice cannot remove any one of the colors, so Alice is the loser, and it's stated that if Alice wins we have to return true, and if Bob wins we have to return false. Okay, so we have here we have like observations. We have to observe one thing, that none of the colors are dependent on each other. Like Alice is not dependent on Bob, and Bob is not dependent on the Alice, right? So we have specific moves which are independent of each other. Like Alice can move. Suppose in this question that Alice has one move to perform, and Bob does not have one move, right? So we can say that the moves, like or we can say the scores of Alice and Bob, both are independent of each other, right? If we delete, right, after the first stage, the string will become like A B A B B, right? So after removing the index 1, the string we cannot say that after removing the index 1 we can have an extra move for Bob. We cannot do that, right? Since the conditions are not satisfied. Like for the indexes which contains B, there are no neighboring colors which are present, right? I mean the similar colors which are present, right? So it is basically not a medium problem. Like the tag is given a medium, but it is not a medium problem. It is basically a easy greedy type problem. We have to think in this way. Like we have to count like how many moves Alice can perform, like how many moves can Bob can perform. If the number of moves of Alice is more than that of Bob, then Alice wins. We have to return true, and on the other hand, we will return false. Okay, so let's come to the approach. Okay, so we have to take the two variables, right? So the variables names count A and count B, and we'll just run a loop. Okay, so first thing first, what is the time complexity? Time constraints given here is given 10 to the power 5. So we have to solve in O of n, right? Like for the optimized approach. Okay, so we'll just neglect the edge indexes. So we'll start from 1 and we'll go till the second last index, right? So yeah. And we have to give the check the conditions that if the colors of I minus 1, that means the neighboring elements, the previous element is a, and if the next element is a and the current element is also a or not. If it's a, then we will just increase the count of a. Similarly what we will do, we'll just do the same thing for the bob. We'll just see that if the way is present, then we'll just count the number of moves of Alice and the bob, and then we'll just return that count of a like this. If the count of a, this is the condition, that if the count of a is greater, that means Alice have more moves than the bob, then Alice this function will return true, and the otherwise it will return false, right? So let's see if this works or not. It's working fine. Let's submit it. Yep. So this is all, like, this is the question. This is a very easy question. So it is tagged as medium, but it is a really easy question. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.